Hello. Today, I'd like to talk about branding and visibility from the perspective of niching. So to me, niching is what enables you to become more confident about being visible because you've identified the specific area of the marketplace that you work in and who your ideal clients are. So the presentation that I have used for myself and then subsequently trained and certified in is called Tribal Marketing. It's Jeffrey Van Dyk's work. There are some really simple ideas here, which are very powerful. So the first one is to do with identifying the public problem that you address. And this helps you to narrow down the clients, the people that you are presenting your work to, who become subsequently your customers or your clients. It also can work actually if you're not a business owner. This can also work actually within an organization to sort of narrow down, the specifics of the issue that your department addresses, and maybe then that makes it become more visible and more understood by others. So the public problem is what an individual, a prospective client, is actually looking for, what they're looking to solve. So the idea is that you don't advertise everything that you do in terms of your qualifications and experience. Of course, that's important. But before that, you address the problem that the clients are actually coming to you with. There are considered to be four main areas for public problems: health and wellness, relationships, and business, which in business includes, careers and life purpose type topics, which are relevant to somebody's business presentation. And there is a fourth area, spirituality, but for most people, most of us, the spirituality is part of our solution and part of our, it is part of our branding, it's part of our approach, but it may not be specifically that the problem that somebody is coming to you with may not be specifically spiritual. More likely, it's a life issue which might need some spiritual mentoring, for example, to solve the underlying issue. So identifying your public problem is very important in order to niche, in order to differentiate your personal 1 square inch of space in the marketplace. A second concept from tribal marketing is that your prospective clients not only have a public problem, but they have a private problem. The private problem is how they feel about the public problem. And that is relevant because that is relevant to your tipping point, the client's tipping point, which is the point at which they are ready to purchase your services. So that's the point at which the pain of not resolving this issue has become so great that the person is prepared to and wants to invest money to solve it. So knowing these three things, what is the public problem you address? What is the private problem that your client group tends to have? Because of course there may be many private problems, but your ideal clients are likely to come with an energy pattern, let's put it in those terms, that you also have. So the other day I was talking to you about the life PhD process, which is about an analytical process to evaluate from your life's greatest challenges, like what your core wounding pattern is. Your ideal clients are likely to have similar wounding patterns. Not all of them, but in terms of the ones you want to market to, they may be the ones that you work with the most frequently, the ones that you are most successful in marketing to. So that depends that's different for each of us. And that is why you can have, 10 people working in the same area. They're not really in competition because their ideal client is all different, because they're actually all dealing with slightly different private problems. Dealing with the same public problem, but the client having different private problems means that they work with different people. So the private problems are often the client's deepest vulnerabilities. They encompass often their limiting beliefs. So knowing the private problem enables you to see what it is that you need to help your client transform. So that's why you need to know that. And the final thing is the tipping point, the point where the client becomes ready to buy. So once we know this, we know what to put in our shop windows, in our store, the metaphor I was using yesterday. So that's just a very, very brief summary on tribal marketing. And I will look forward to diving into the whole wonderful world of color and essence with you tomorrow. Lots of love. Bye-bye.